Well, hey there, and welcome to Unmistakably You. Happy Wedding Wednesday. We are here tonight, as always, every Wednesday to talk about something that you might be experiencing or worried about in your wedding planning. I'm Amy. I've been running Unmistakably You wedding coordination for 15 years, and I've seen a few things. And today I'm here to talk to you about things that you might tend to forget, not in the planning process, but actually on the day of the wedding. Oftentimes, couples get so stuck in prepping for the day and not missing anything along the way that they sometimes forget to plan the nitty-gritty details on their day. So I'm going to give you just a couple of generic sort of big picture things that we see people forgetting. And if you're interested in learning more or worried that you are going to find that you've forgotten something on your day, we got your back, as always. We have an upcoming workshop called Scheduling for Sanity, where we're going to talk about not only how to navigate the planning of the wedding itself, but also how to plan for a smooth day on the wedding day. And also we're going to throw in some self-care along the way with Cassandra from Align Movement Company. So join us on March 19th. You can sign up at our website, www.unmistakablyou/workshops. So let's dive right in. 3 major things that I see people forgetting to accommodate for or plan for, or even really sometimes think about on the day of the wedding. So the first is self-care. I just mentioned that we'll be talking with Cassandra at our upcoming workshop about self-care and how to set up a regimen that will make sure that you feel great on your wedding day, and that you look your best as well. But on the actual day of the wedding, people tend to be so thrown off of their normal routine that they forget about all of those things that they have been doing to make themselves feel good in the time leading up to the wedding. So I'm going to suggest that if you have some kind of a morning activity routine, maybe you get up and you go for a walk or you go for a run, you still do that on the day of your wedding. It may be an early start depending on when you're starting to get ready, but if you can at all, move your body that day, even if it means maybe doing some morning yoga with your bridesmaids or your wedding party. It's a great way to kind of get the blood flowing, to clear your head, and to keep your body in that routine that it's used to if you are an active morning person. You also want to make sure that you drink some water. Caffeine and alcohol are both diuretics that will cause your body to rid itself of water, and you don't want to be dehydrated, especially if it's a really hot day. If you're getting married in the middle of the summer, make sure that you drink lots of water. And make sure that you feed yourself and the wedding party. We don't want just simple carbohydrates here. Muffins and fruit are not going to cut it. We want to make sure that you have some complex carbohydrates, throw in some fiber in there. So some whole grains, maybe some something that's going to stick to your ribs. Start the morning with oatmeal. I don't know. But you want to have some complex carbs that are going to stick with you and give you that long lasting energy, as well as some protein to make sure that you're feeling good throughout the day. The second thing that I often see people not really even think about is to intentionally take time with your partner during the events of the day. It is going to fly by. It's going to go so fast. That's the number one thing that I hear my couples say. And you often will find that you get to the end of the day, and if you haven't been intentional about making time to step back and be with your partner and just take those moments together, just the two of you, you'll have gone the whole day and not seen each other at all. So there are lots of times that you can eke out throughout the day to make sure that you have those connection points. Make sure that you do that. The second people or group of people that you want to take time with are those VIPs. Make sure that you spend a few quality moments with your mom, with your dad. One thing that I regret about my wedding, we didn't have a dance. We're not dance people, but I really wish that I had done a first dance with my dad, because he's gone now and I don't have that memory to look back on. So make sure that you spend some time with not only your partner, but the people that you love who may not be with you forever. Third thing is to think about the end of the night. We always talk about plans for the decor and tear down and that kind of thing, but I often find that people don't really think about plans for their cards and their gifts. So make sure that you accommodate for that. And then another seems like a simple thing, but it's so often overlooked is if you're not staying at your house the night of the wedding, how does your overnight bag get to the hotel where you are staying? Or if you're staying in the same place where you and your wedding party got ready, it is going to look like a bomb went off. So make sure that you allow time for your wedding party to get their stuff out of your room. Ask them to do a quick clean and tidy. There are limitations to what hotel housekeeping will actually do on a cleanup in the middle of the day. So if you've left drinks lying around and makeup everywhere, they won't touch that. So make sure that you've kind of thought through where you're going to spend the night and making sure that it's a nice, calm, relaxing place to go and celebrate that first night with your newly wedded partner. So 3 things: make sure you take time for self-care, make sure you step aside and create some intentional moments with your partner, and make sure that you think through the end of the night logistics as well. And those things will help you to feel a little calmer on your wedding day. As I mentioned, we will dive into so much more detail about this at our Scheduling for Sanity workshop. We do have some spaces available still. It's on March 19th at 7:30 here at our studio in Old East. So hop on over to our website, unmistakably.com/workshops, grab your ticket, and we'll see you there.